Time for a Sunrise Smart Start. Police say one man is dead after stabbing last night on Lyle Avenue.
Breaking this morning, another homicide in Rochester. Limited information at this hour. Erica Cost live from the scene with what we know so far. Erica, good morning.
Good morning, Mark and Leo. That's right. A 29-year-old man is dead after a stabbing. It happened on Lyle Ave in Saratoga around midnight. Officers say it happened inside an apartment here. The scene was very active last night, and there still are a few patrol cars and crime scene tape up now. Rochester Police Department's Major Crimes Unit did respond and is investigating the incident. Officers say the victim was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. Now, this marks the 23rd homicide in 2021 and the third here on Lyle Ave. March was the most intense count for homicides. 10 people died total. 3 homicides in April and now 2 so far in May, including this one. Again, we're working with limited details, but we'll provide you with the latest as this develops, and police asking you if you have any information to contact 911. In Rochester, Erica Cost, News 8.
Erica, thank you. For more on this breaking story as it develops, head to rochesterfirst.com. Also breaking this morning, the Monroe County Sheriff's Office looking for a missing man from Parma. Deputies say William Mason is 69 years old. He is described as 5'7" with 165 pounds with grayish hair, blue eyes, and a scar on his right eye. He was last seen Tuesday morning at his home in Parma. If you have any information about where he is, you're asked to call 911.
In other news this morning, the Senate could soon decide if it will vote to create a commission that would investigate the January attack at the U.S. Capitol. The measure passed the House last week, but it's facing resistance from Republicans in the Senate.
Joined by Washington correspondent Kelly Meyer this morning live in D.C. Kelly, good morning. So what are the chances of this measure passing in the Senate?
Well, like you said, it's facing a lot of resistance here in the Senate from Republicans. Some are just flat out against it, like Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell. Others are open to it, like Utah Senator Mitt Romney. He said he would vote for the commission. And then other Republicans, like Senator Susan Collins from Maine, says she wants to see some changes before she could vote yes. So what they're looking at right now is even opening debate on this bill. So they might not even be able to get enough votes to even open that floor debate, not even getting to the vote just yet. So we're going to wait and see if they even have the votes possible to get to that debate to see if they should even have this commission.
All right, Kelly, thank you so much. Of course, we'll continue to follow that. Over 140 people were injured during those riots in January. 5 people died.
Well, in other parts of the country, large-scale tornadoes ripping across parts of the Midwest this week. Parts of Kansas, Colorado, and Nebraska still under tornado warnings this morning. Debris scattered for miles. Hundreds of homes damaged there, but thankfully no injuries have been reported.
Back here at home, a little cool out there this morning. Temperatures are going up, but not too much today, right, Josh?
That's right, Leah and Mark. Not too much there. Only into the low 60s for a top temp. Off to a cool start this morning. Some 20 degrees cooler than it was at this time yesterday. We have some clouds over Rochester. There also are some breaks of sun. Good morning, Grace, here at 51 degrees. Good morning to you in York. You're at 50. There's the satellite radar again. Just a few clouds at this point. Should be a very nice looking day. But a lot cooler than yesterday's 83 with a good supply of sunshine. Clouds will gather later tonight. We'll get in on some beneficial rain going into tomorrow, guys.
All right, Josh, thank you. Time to check the roads again with our sunrise traffic, and it's been quiet so far this morning. A light volume over the Douglas-Anthony Bridge, cars flowing nicely. 390, 490, and 590 all on time at this hour, so if you are heading out the door, should be a smooth ride in.
In other news this morning, police are searching for an Irondequoit man after a suspicious death of a woman on Culver Road.
The suspect here is 40-year-old Seth Larson, pictured here. He is 5'9", medium build, tattoos on both forearms, short brown hair, or a shaved head. He is said to be driving a blue 2011 Nissan Juke with a New York plate FTP 6756. If you know where Larson is, you're asked to call 911. Police say a woman's body was found during a welfare check Tuesday night on Culver Road near Seabreeze. Neighbors tell us a couple lived at the home, but mostly kept to themselves.
They don't get along with everybody. Unfortunately, I kind of stood my distance from them because I've had a couple altercations with them. So I just kind of ignored them. as much as possible.
Police came to our house last night, and said they were looking for the guy who lived in the house, and he's been missing since Sunday. And if anybody's seen him, to let the police know. But I haven't seen him.
Well, police have not identified the woman or her cause of death. For more on the investigation as it develops, head to rochesterfirst.com.
Well, one person is dead after a crash in Irondequoit. This happened just before 2 o'clock yesterday afternoon in the eastbound lanes of 104 at North Goodman Street. State police say a driver stopped in the center lane after an item fell out of the trunk and was hit by another vehicle from behind. The driver was taken to the hospital where they later died. The crash is under investigation.
3 shooting victims in 2 separate shootings, adding to a violent year in Rochester. A double shooting on Mazda Terrace and then a separate shooting on Joseph Avenue, confirmed by Rochester police yesterday. Shootings this year are far outpacing last year with over 100 cases already. Those in the community say this uptick in gun violence is upsetting.
It feels scary sometimes because most of the time it's all over the place. Everywhere you go, you see it. And everywhere you go, if it ain't here, somewhere else or down the street, around the corner.
Well, a Stop the Violence event will be held later today at the Iglesia Ebenezer Church on Merrimack Street. It was there Tuesday that a 47-year-old woman was shot inside the church. Police say she was an innocent bystander. The event will be hosted by United in Healing Through Hope of Monroe County.
We're learning more about the mass shooting in San Jose, California yesterday morning. Officials say a railroad worker killed 8 co-workers at a San Jose maintenance yard and then killed himself. Bomb-sniffing dogs detected explosive materials at that building following the shooting. Investigators say they will continue to search the facility for evidence. The tragedy forcing train services to be suspended in that region and led to renewed calls for gun control.
There's a numbness I imagine some of us are feeling about this, because there's a sameness to this. You know, anywhere USA. It just feels like this happens over and over and over again. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat.
Investigators have not released a motive or said what kind of firearm was used in that shooting.
It is time now for a check of the GRE Morning Business Report. A return to team sports is big business for Dick's Sporting Goods. The company's first quarter report card showing revenue growth of 119% from a year ago. The company also adjusting its earnings outlook for the entire year, with sales expected to hit as high as $10.8 billion here in 2021.
Ikea is recalling Dinnerware over a possible burn hazard. The hair-risking Taurika products can become brittle and break when heated, causing food or liquid to leak out. 4 injuries have been reported. The Consumer Product Safety Commission advising owners of these items stop using them and return them to Ikea for a full refund.
Well, nearly a third of credit card holders have had their credit limit reduced this year. Some have had their accounts closed altogether. That, according to a survey from LendingTree. Lack of card use was the main reason for the cuts or closures. Credit card debt dropped during the pandemic as consumers reduced their spending and used stimulus payments to help pay off balances. Here's what some folks might be talking about at the water cooler this morning. People around the world enjoying a lunar phenomenon. The superflower blood moon occurs when a full moon is at its closest point to Earth at the same time as a lunar eclipse, making the moon look blood red. In the U.S., those west of the Mississippi saw a total lunar eclipse, while those east of the line saw a partial eclipse.
Just beautiful images, and you see people posting them all over social media, and it makes you feel really united, you know?
And beautiful this morning as well. Did you see the moon?
Yeah, beautiful on the way in, for sure.
That's right. Wonderful to be joining you this morning. 5 years, it's been a wonderful run. This is my last scheduled appearance on News 8. Yeah. I'm moving on to a new chapter in my life. And I'm still going to be in town, and I want to just say it's been an honor and a privilege to work with you guys.
Always an honor.
Yes, likewise.
Never say goodbye. Always say see ya, because we're going to see ya.
When we say so long, that's right. Because we will see each other. I'll still be in town. And I expect to share a coffee with you on Park Ave at some point or another.
That is a date.
It sounds like a plan, and it sounds like we should probably plan the weather a little bit here for the day today. We're going to find a slip, slop, slap, and wrap alert in effect for today. UV index very high at a 9. Make sure you slip on the t-shirt, slap on the sunscreen, slap on a hat. Wrap on the sunglasses, 49 degrees. Quick check at the Memorial Day holiday weekend shows that Monday is the pick weekend day with sunshine. We're near 70, upper 50s and low 60s. Kind of cool for the weekend. Thanks so much, Rochester, for welcoming me into your homes all this time.
Thanks for being here. We'll call you bright and early.
Okay.
Just so you don't miss us.
I'll answer at 5 a.m. sharp.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks for watching News 8 at Sunrise.
Our next update in 30 minutes. CBS This Morning is up next. Have a great day.
So long.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, Twitter, and on our app for news and weather.